Guys, I did something that's very unlike me. I bought something new. You know, at my hobby room I had this old Torrance TD160, which is a great machine, but since I digitized all my records on my Clear Audio record player in the living room, I figured I needed something a bit more rugged, so I could do 78s and worn records in the hobby room. And I was looking at DJ players that could do 78, and you could get a reloop, RP4000 second hand, or a Pioneer, or you know, you could just buy a new AudioTechnica on Amazon. I've seen these before, they seem really good. I've read the reviews, they seem really good. This is the X model, it has a slightly better motor. Should come with a AT-95 cartridge, I'm not quite sure if it does. I hope so, because it does on the box. And they should be a very reasonable machine for digitizing worn records, for doing 78 RPM, that kind of thing. It tells me to turn the box around. I'm not listening! Here we go. I bought this knife on AliExpress, and it's got this thing to unlock it so you can't close it accidentally, and it doesn't work. So it's bloody dangerous. I'm keeping the box in one piece because I like having the box. Should I have to ship it back? I hope not. But also, should I ever sell it, which I may, I don't know, it's good to have the original box. So here is the dust cover, I presume. Yes, dust cover and quick start guide, which I'm not going to read because come on. I'll probably be using a Perspex mat in the end because I like the way they sound. I don't actually need a knife for this, so that's the mat. Nice with the cardboard underneath. They care that it actually arrives in one piece. This is actually not that easy to take out. Or maybe it is. This is, by the way, the first time I ever unpack a new record player in my life. Accessories of sorts, don't know what yet. And another box, loads of boxes to unpack. There's a little sticker here saying accessory. And then if you look, there is everything. Oh, that's actually almost cute. So let's take the mat out. It's quite thick. I'm not a big fan of these mats because they always get static, but it is a very fancy looking thing. I do like the design. Here is the player itself. That's the arm. Where does it open? I even like to keep these things in one piece just to be able to ship it neatly or send it back neatly or sell it neatly. Just adds to the value of the machine. So there is the machine itself. It has no belt, so I have no belt to install. It's a direct drive machine. We will need to put the platter on. It's very much not a Technics, as you can see, because the motor is not part of the platter, or the platter is not part of the motor. It does feel good though, heavy and no plate or anything. There you go. We have the brand new AT-95E cartridge, and I'm surprised they ship it out with the E, because you'd expect it to be with the C, the conical stylus, because that's better for DJing. So you can tell that AudioTechnica actually meant this player for hi-fi use, not really for DJ use, which is exactly right for me. So we have the hinges for the dust cover. I'm not sure if I'm going to install that. Probably will. Let's put this back in view actually. I just realized I moved it away. There we go. It's all sticky taped together now. And here we have the counterweight. That feels good. Not a ridiculous amount of play on there. So far it feels very well made. Not a cheap feeling machine. Ooh, that actually feels completely like an SL 1200. Surprisingly. So here's a little light, I presume. Yep. That's a little light. Here we go with the matte. It's matte black. Ha! Ha! I'm not sure how sturdy the shell is. Is it metal? Yes, it's a metal shell. It's a nice shell as well. Look at that. It's quite a pretty looking thing. Here we go. Did the stylus survive the journey? Yes, it does. Nice and brand new. I don't actually like putting these on because if you put them on wrong, you will ruin the stylus. Love what they did here. They used a cable tie like thing for this, but in order not to scratch the arm, they put a little bit of cloth around it. Very nice. So what's in these boxes, I wonder? Power supply? Yes, we got an external power supply. I very much approve of that. Less resonating, vibrating things in the machine. So we're going to use the Euro plug. Here is the British plug. I'll just put that to the side and back in the box later. There you go. Sorry, that was not in view, but I just put the plug on. Where does it go? It goes right there. So this thing does have a USB connector, which I won't be using, so I'm going to set it to phono. It already is on phono. I do like that. There's no box. I think I'm still missing the 45 RPM adapter. There you go. Here it is. It's the typical cheap one that you get with everything, but it belongs to the player, so I'm going to use it. Here's the USB lead that I'm not going to use, and here's a rather nice looking RCA lead that I'm not going to use, because I've got my own. That's floating. Oh, so close actually. Okay, so we need 0 grams here. Obviously without the cover, so that's why I took it off. They seem a bit scary, but I'm a professional. That's 0 grams for you. I was only 0.2 off. Just going to set it to 2 now. First I'm going to see if the anti-skate works, by the way. Yes, it does. That's great. So we got that. Let's see if the thing powers on. Of course it does. That's a very white light. It's blue, if you ask me. We got 33. Not exactly a quick starting machine, but it doesn't have to be. 45. 78. Should be. There we go. It's got quartz lock, so it doesn't work now. I prefer turning quartz lock off because it's actually too aggressive. How do I turn it off? Not quite sure. I turn it. Oh, now it's off. Okay, so if you turn it on and you center it. Oh, it turns itself on if you center it. Okay, just like the SL. So I'm going to always have it slightly off center, which will upset some people. Pitch control is smooth, 8% and 16%, which is a lot, as you can see. May be useful, especially with 78 RPM records. They are often not exactly 78. They are something between 70 and 85. So it's good to have a pitch control. So the light works, a heavy pitch control. That works. I'm just going to hook it up and see how it performs. So I recently temporarily replaced my Torrents with this really beat up Gemini DD4 XL, I believe. I'm not sure. It's a bit of a weird model number. Which is an old record player that used to belong to my record store. I got to know so many records through this beat up thing that I just want to have it for all time's sake. But as you can see, it doesn't really stop. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's completely worn. The arm even has at that point. I just put it here temporarily. But I just want to keep this one for all time's sake. And I have this nice Stanton cartridge that I can use for, they actually don't sound bad, that I can use for rugged use like bad records. And here's my Perspex mat, the Tonal one, that I want to use on every record player that I use here. So I'll put this one to the side and install the AT. Do we have power? Yes, we do. So that went well. Did you clamp? Did you actually clamp? Yes, you did. Okay, so while we're at it, may as well install the audio leads. As you can see, I have slightly better cables than the one the AT comes with. All the instructions are in German because I actually bought this one on Amazon Germany, because the Netherlands still don't have Amazon for anything but books, for reasons I am not quite sure of. Oh, it's so good to see a new dust cover. Oh, he says and drops it. That would be interesting. Oh, that does look, oh, that feels good. That's a nicely hinged dust cover. Okay, so let's get a record then. And there we go. When you turn it off, it actually takes a bit longer because no brake. There you go. And if you guys don't mind, I'm going to give you a little of the line input signal now. Are you ready?
You should try.
case you wonder, this record player is running through a Cambridge Audio 640p and then through a Mackie Onyx 1640, and digitizing is done using Native Instruments Complete Audio 2.